once you got these guns going, it's kind of hard
It's kind of hard
not to, yeah.
not to be loud.
I forgot what I was touching yesterday. I grabbed something and I broke it. It's just sometimes you forget.
All right.
All right, all right, all
We're
right.
strapped in, locked and loaded,
ready to go.
ready to go. We're here, baby.
And we're back. Welcome back, everyone, to the U Experience with Vic.
And Nate. Today's topics?
Today's topic. What is going to be today's topic, Nate? Well, go ahead.
For starters.
Go ahead. I'm going to
starters.
press up some water.
That looks like a potion, I'm telling you.
Make sure. It's so cool.
For starters, kind of want to talk about clarity, how, going back to last week's pod, which was about environment, I think we just kind of building up from that. So once you get that environment settled, now you got to, all right, now it's clarity time. Now it's like, okay, I'm set what's around me. I'm set mentally, my physical environment. Now let's set the goals and write them down and be clear about them. And how it kind of intertwines with daily habits or, just habits in general.
Mm-hmm.
But today will be definitely about clarity. I think clarity to me is I don't know if I mentioned this before, but when you see the end, thank you, by the way. When you see the end goal, the finish line, now it's just how do I get there?
Mm-hmm.
So you see the end goal, you see the finish line.
That's right.
It's clear to you that it's right there. People cheering you on, flags out, water right here at the end. But it's clear. But how do you get there now? You know what I mean? Because there's at the end also, but there's bumps, there's obstacles, there's barriers you got to get over. And how do you get there? So today should be exciting for sure.
Yes, clarity is definitely important for anything and everything you want to do. So
That was good.
if you have anything that you want to accomplish, first you have to know where you're going. You have to get clarity.
It's kind of like, I don't know, I think this might have been brought up in Atomic Habits, how there's you got to shoot for a specific goal. You can't just throw a dart out and hit.
Right.
You got to know where you're aiming.
How are you going to hit a bullseye if you don't know
where the bullseye's at?
Yes.
That's
So
that.
you can take a shot in the dark, but I mean the odds that you're going to hit a bullseye in the dark is very difficult.
It's slim to none.
Right. Setting so the clarity in everything is what allows you to set your goals, right? Because you're going to see all the stuff that's kind of in your way, all the stuff that you might have that isn't allowing you to get on the other side of wherever you want to be, right? Whether
Right.
that's what does Kevin O'Leary call it? The noise, right? Cutting the noise out, right? Once you cut the noise,
Which is that environment.
it's the environment, right? The environment that you're in. You already know that you have to focus on stuff if you want to see it and you want to make it happen, right? You already know that, right? You already know about your environment and how that impacts you, right? And your environment being the things you listen to, the things you watch, the people you're around, the thoughts that you surround yourself with, right? All that stuff is your environment. Well, now it's the clarity. How do you get clear on what you want? How do you get clear of where you want to be? How do you get clear on how do you become that best version of yourself that you're looking to be? Well, you have to get clear on that. And to get clear on that, you got to put it on paper or somehow you got to sit there with yourself and just start writing it out and hashing it all out. Once you know where you're at, now you can clearly see where you want to go. So now you start setting the goals that are going to get you there.
I believe we're visual learners. I mean, we're learners in all types of ways, but visual is very huge. At least for me, when I see something, when I visually see something, it hits me more.
I see you wearing those glasses. Those are pretty nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. I like those. That blue is nice.
Thank you. You know where I got these?
You found them at the shop or something?
No, they're yours.
Yeah. Oh, you found them at the big shop.
Yeah. I found them at the Vic store. Big 5 Vic store. Big Vic.
Big Vic.
Yeah. So I appreciate that. Nah, these are fire.
Yeah, those are nice. I like them.
These
They're
are
good
fire.
for running.
Yeah.
They're good for running or being out. They're super light.
That's what Oakley's is, man. But going back to clarity. See, these things are give me clarity from what I see. From that sun.
I like that.
From that sun,
Yeah,
I get
the bright lights is the sun.
See, now you took my train of thought away.
Okay, well, here, let me give you your train back. There you go.
Appreciate it. Going back, okay, so what I wanted to say was, I'm trying to remember,
I'm
but
trying to remember what you want to say. Well,
yeah, you kind of threw me off there. Thanks, dude. Thanks. Appreciate it. It'll come back.
yeah.
It'll come
Well,
back.
sometimes.
Oh, visual learner. There it is.
When you're on the fly, yeah. Okay, go.
Visual. So, because you said write things down.
Mhm.
So when I write things down, I visually see that what my goal is, what my day's been, what I'm thinking, what my thoughts are. It's very clear to me what's on this paper when I write. So I just have to find that clarity, find what I'm trying to find in myself, right? Whether it's goals, my feelings, how I can be better emotionally, physically, mentally, whatever the case is. Once that's written down, the work part is the easy. Well, it's not easy, but it's I know what needs to be done now to get what's written here because I visually see. Gosh, dang it, Marley.
Thanks, Marley. That's his little feature.
Yeah,
on
that's his
here.
feature.
You got Marley.
Yeah, so
You guys will get to meet Marley after.
We'll have him. You know, when the meet and greets come in, we'll have Marley right here. This is the dog that's in your ears.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just writing things down. I think is, man, it's so powerful.
It allows you to see it, right? Because you take it from the ethereal, you take it from the something where it's just kind of in your head, and then you take it to something where you can actually see it. It's there. It's something, right? It doesn't. It's no longer just in your mind. It's actually in paper.
How do you feel when, like, you have that vision, that goal, and it's clear to you what needs to be done, and then it gets done? Like
there's an increase of energy, right? Because you know where you want to get. For example, my goal was, and I set this goal a while back, and I just accomplished it. But my goal was to do 1,500 push-ups in 60 minutes. Right? that was my goal. Now, for me to get to that point, I had to get to the point where I knew that I wanted to get 1,500 push-ups done in 60 minutes, right? So I had to set a goal that was specific, 1,500. Right, so it's
super specific.
This is that SMART framework, right? Where setting SMART goals, where you have to be specific about the goal you want.
This that think and grow rich mindset.
Right. You have to know with clarity what you want, right? And then it has to be measurable, right?
Measurable.
Well, it's 1,500. Like there's no, it's not 1,300. It's not 1,000. It's not 900. It's 1,500 in 90 minutes, right? And is it achievable? Well, I know I can get push-ups done, right? And I read the article, and what motivated me here was that an article that I read about a grandmother, which I think was 69 or 70 something, and she had done 1,500 push-ups in an hour. I said, how is she able to do that? And I'm not going to be able to do that?
That's wild.
So, that's another thing is as people are achieving and they're doing their thing and they're pushing their boundaries, they are also motivating others without knowing, right? Like that grandma doesn't know anything about me. She doesn't know who I am, but you know what? Her story and her persistence and her commitment and her consistency to that goal motivated me to do it, right? It pushed me to that. So, yes. So, and we'll go over the framework a little bit later, but then it's relevant, right? Why is it relevant to me? Because I wanted to get in shape while at the same time doing something that was a challenge to myself, not just to get in shape, just to get in shape, right? It was a challenge as well.
Do you feel like you're pushing? You're pushing more mentally or physically, or is it kind of balanced?
Both. But I think my focus and my purpose with these has been to push myself mentally, right? I think it's both, right? Because I'm definitely challenging my body physically.
Yeah.
Because you feel that.
No,
I mean,
for sure.
you've joined me on this challenge too, and I mean, your numbers have just skyrocketed in just 2-3 weeks that you've been doing it. And and there isn't anything that's changed besides your thought about it, how you look at it, and your clarity about how to get them done.
I had a clear vision. I had a number. I had how many. I had the time frame, and I had just clarity. And then in the beginning, I said, today's topic is gonna be about clarity and tied with like the habits.
With goal setting, right? Because you're going to need it all. It's a process. It's a step-by-step process that if you systematize it, you're going to find how to do it with everything in your life, right? It's not about getting to that, I'm benching, 500 pounds or 400 pounds or whatever. It's what workouts do I have to do every single day so I can get to where I am benching 400, 500 pounds.
It's kind of weird because I had, I hit.
See, even your muscles there are showing a little
Oh,
bit
my
there.
bad. My
Yeah,
bad. I
alright,
didn't mean
I
to.
see it.
No, no. Even hitting that number, right? When I first broke
I like
300.
that Monaco shirt.
When I first appreciate you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
first thing I saw. I was like, Monaco, all right.
I want to go there. That's like
Yeah.
one of my dream places for sure.
I just think Bad Bunny when I think Monaco.
Monaco. I want to go chilling on a yacht watching the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I want to.
Okay.
That's eventually. But when I hit that,
Smart goals.
when I
Set
hit
something up.
for sure, when I hit that number, right, when I first broke 300 push-ups, it seemed so far fetched in the beginning, but then when I broke it, I'm like, wait, I can do more. And that's the thing, the power of like also, you set a goal setting, and then you have that clear, you're clear on what you want, and then you break that, and then once you realize that you got there, you're like, wait, I can do more. I can do more. I can go more.
That's right.
I can go higher. I can go
That's
to the next level.
Right.
And I think for me, it's not the end that's enjoyable for me. I don't enjoy. I mean, I do, but like I don't enjoy hitting the 500, the 300 push-ups. It's the process of getting there. I enjoy the process more than just hitting that final push-ups. Of course, it's relieving, but it's the process, the grind, the struggle. Something you said to me last time we were doing push-ups together. You said, like, the fact that your body knows that it's gonna go through pain and you're just accepting it. Oh, that just fired me up. And then every time I do push-ups now, I always talk to myself, but I'm talking to myself, and I go, like, I'm just talking to my body. Like, it hurts. I know it does, but you're pushing. You keep pushing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I set a goal in the beginning, and from there I've grown.
Mm-hmm.
I've grown. Today I'm trying to break 700 today. I'm trying to hit 800 today. I'm at 6.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at 600 right now. And it's just all through a little seed.
Mm-hmm.
A little seed of just, I wanted to start doing push-ups every day. It wasn't even, I want to do 50 push-ups a day. It's just, I want to start doing push-ups every day, 25.
Right.
And I did 25, and I'm like, okay, 50. But of course, again, I was taking too long, right? There's a balance in everything. There's a balance in time and in work. It's just a balance. And I was taking too long, and then once you just lit that fire under me, you spread that candle to me, I just skyrocketed. And it all started through having a clear number in mind, clear time frame, how much time I have. I got to get it done. And nothing, and again, I saw the end line. I saw the finish line.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how am I going to get there now?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the power of that clarity. Because now I know what my goal is.
So you felt the energy.
I felt it.
You felt the surge where you're like, I know how to get there. It's achievable, right? I know where I need to get. I know the steps I need to take to get to that point.
You
right?
just need to know what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Rohn, I watched a video the other day. He said something about how do you become, rich or whatever it is, like successful in your own. Ask. The power of asking what you want for, being clear on what you want, being specific to the detail. And that's one thing I learned from Think and Grow Rich, which is another great book. Thank you, Vic, for that. Dude, some side story. Some lady bought Think and Grow Rich at Barnes & Nobles when I was there the other time, but she bought the paperback. And then I was looking at, I have paper books too as well. They're cheaper, obviously, but when I looked at the book, the edition that you gave me, like nothing compares. Nothing compares to that, like hardcover, just raw. Like it just looked like a freaking, like you pulled it out from the 18th century, digging up in a like chest, dude. So I appreciate when I saw that. I'm like,
there's something about it when there's it's an empowering feeling when you're holding on to that thing and it looks that nice. I have a book that Jesus gave me, which is one of my favorite books, and it's The Art of War. It's a beautiful book, and it's like that, but it's got stitched, so it looks very, very nice. So shout out to Jesus for that book. I appreciate you.
Speaking of shout outs, I just want to shout out David, first of all.
Okay.
Keep pushing, man. I'm proud of you, bro. We had a great talk. You got a good head on your shoulders, bro. Like you really do. Just again, I think this is gonna hit you when you understand what you want, being clear, writing them down, and just getting to work. Like I told you, shoot. You gotta aim and fire. You know what I mean? And just the people that just sending me stuff and everything. It's just beautiful to see that I'm impacting somehow, some way, and that's always been my dream. Well, never, because I never knew what it was, but now that I understand what my purpose is in this life, and it's just to help others. It's like I'm clear on what my life what I want. You know, I'm clear on that. Now it's just I'm getting rewarded, and I asked, and I know what I wanted, and I figured it out, and I'm getting that now, and it's just a rewarding feeling when. So now for me, it's like, what's next? What's next? What's next? And just shout out to those people, man. David, I'm proud of you, bro. Just keep pushing. Everybody. My brother, I'm proud of you. He's the other day he's just been killing it with the workouts.
Okay.
He's just been push-ups, mountain climbers, leg
Raises.
lifts, like leg raises, and he's pushing, and I'm proud of him. You know, he's
It's good. It's good to see, and I think ultimately it's not about it's not about
of
the
course
workout.
it's not.
It's about the discipline,
Discipline.
and the consistency that you're building, right? It's about the mentality that you're building. It's about all those things, right? I'm reading the Andrew Frisella's book, and it's precisely talking about the same things, right? And it comes down to that. It's a system. It's if you just take what somebody else has done to be successful, and you take the system, the overall system, probably not the same individual steps, but the overall encompassing ideas, right? So, as for example, like we talked about focus, and we talked about environment, and we're talking about clarity, and we're talking about goal setting, all that stuff. They're little boxes that stack on top that get you closer and closer to that next level that you're trying to go to, right? So and then once you do that, but everything within that box is a little bit different for you based off of wherever you are, right? It's if, for example, for you, it meant starting with 25 push-ups, right? For me, it meant starting with 100, right? And then for you, it meant building the habit, because it took you what, 2 months, and you had the habit already built of doing the push-ups, right? But then, so when I introduced this idea of like, you got to go push harder, and you got to go higher, faster, right? And this came when we were talking about focus, right? Because we talked about the book, the book, The Science of Scaling, right? Where you take a goal that can happen in 10 years, and then you cut that in half, and you go 5, and then you cut that in half, and you go 3 or 2 or whichever, and then you focus on how to get it done in 2, and you get rid of all the fluff, and that's exactly what you did, right? But it all started with clarity. It all started with
focus,
with having that goal, right?
My environment. It's all those things compound on each other.
Correct.
And it's just one thing after another, right? You have focus, and then you have the people, and then you have what you're seeing, what you're listening to, and then you got clear vision. You got like clarity, and then there's this things on top of another thing. There's just different types of ways that get you to that next level, but they all, at the end of it, we all
support each other.
Yeah. They all share from each other, trade energy from each other, because it's true.
Right.
It's true. I guarantee you, if you sit there today, you write down a goal, right? You write down let's say a month goal or a week goal, a daily goal, whatever it is. I guarantee you, if you focus on that goal for as long as, like, focus, you got the right environment, and you're clear on what you want, you're going to get it. Guaranteed you will get that.
Guaranteed, or your money back?
No, there is no money back exchange, because it's guaranteed.
Yeah, well, they're not paying you anything either.
That's true. So I'm broke. If you want to send, you can send a couple things. Nah, I'm kidding.
After you get your results.
You get your results, try my 12-week course. No, but honestly, if you sit there and you think about a goal that you want to achieve, just focus on it. Get the right people around you, the right things that you're listening to, or the right visuals, and just be clear, right to the T. You got to be clear to the T. How much, what time, by when, who, when, where, what, all of those. You have to be super clear on it, because, again, you can't be shooting a dart in the dark.
Right, and that's exactly what the SMART goal setting framework is, right? First and foremost is S, right? So SMART, and the first is the S. S is for specific, right? Specific. Be very clear and specific on what you want, whether it's a fitness goal or a health goal or a mental
financial
goal, or a financial goal, or a spiritual goal, right? Be very, very clear on what you're looking to get to. Next, you want to make it measurable, right? How are you going to measure it? I'm going to read 10 pages a day. I'm going to do 10 push-ups a day. I'm going to work out 6 days a week, 7 days a week, 5 days a week, and that's going to be your how you're going to measure it, right? And then you want to make sure that it's achievable, right? You're not going to go on the first day and say, I'm going to do 10,000 push-ups on my very first day, right? No, you might be able to get there eventually, right? After enough working out and getting to that point, right? And this is with everything, right? I just say working out because it's the easiest thing that I can do off the top of my head. But it's the same thing with shooting baskets, right? If you want to be like Steph Curry probably shoots thousands and thousands and thousands of 3-point shots, right? Same thing with Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and the baseballers, and all these guys. Like, they're doing this thing over and over and over and over again, right? They didn't just wake up one day. They didn't just wake up one day and know how to hit home runs and wake up one day and know how to, shoot 3-pointers from, wherever on the court. So it's gotta be achievable, right? Next is relevant. It's gotta be relevant to you, right? It's gotta be important to you. You got to put your feeling into it. It can't be that you want it because they told you should want it. No, it's because you want it and it's relevant to you and you feel something for that. There's a passion of it for it, right? Because it has to resonate with you.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to feel. You got to be fired by it. Yeah. You got to feel some sort of emotion by it. Because again, emotion has a big key on everything. How you feel, like what it brings out of you. Right.
Emotion, it creates motion, right? There's energy behind that, right? If you think about all the memories that you can think of, all the things that are there that are bright that you can tap back in and see that memory. Oh, it was memories that was charged up with some sort of emotion, right? Yeah. Whether good, positive, or sad or whatever, but it's emotion. Mm-hmm. It's the emotion that you attach to it. That's how you remember stuff more clearly. And then time bound, right? Is I had given myself about a year to finish the goal. I got there, close to 6 months.
Damn, so you took that year and you said, how can I get there in 6?
Right. And obviously there's been stuff that I've been doing to kind of, eliminate, right? So even then to this day, I've been eliminating stuff. Yeah. Things,
the noise,
conversation, and eliminating noise that was preventing me from getting there. Right.
Mm-hmm. And of course, what does it come with? It came with sacrifice. You had to sacrifice the noise, right? And it's tough. It's not easy. It's not supposed to be easy, because if it was easy, everyone would do it like this. Right. I'm not saying that just because it's not easy, not everyone can do it. Everyone can do it. But it's got to take some.
This is the distinction that I like to give. It's simple, but it's not easy.
It's simple, but it's not easy.
Right. It's simple because all it takes is those small little habits, right? It takes those 10 push-ups. It takes that waking up just 5 minutes earlier. It takes that going to bed that 15 minutes earlier.
It's just small extra 5-10 minutes, right? For me, I'll give an example. For me, like the night routine, when I'm brushing my teeth, flossing, tongue scraping, and then oil pulling, it doesn't take the whole day for me to do that, but it takes 10 minutes maybe. Mm-hmm. And it's just those small 10 little minutes that sometimes I'm like, I don't want to do it. But no, not no more, because I'm cheating myself out, right? Mm-hmm. I'm if I don't do it, well, guess what? That's a unflossed tooth, unscraped tongue, and an unpulled mouth. Mm-hmm. And like, that's not what I want. It's not about the habit. It's not about the actions, right? It's about the habit of getting to it just every single day. Going back to Vic's talking about push-ups and working out, well, it can also go to flossing and brushing your teeth. Like whatever it is, it's just you just got to do it. Like it's a sacrifice. But it's a small sacrifice.
Right. And the things you want to achieve should feel like something's missing. Like when you don't do it and you haven't done it, it feels like something's missing.
Oh, that's how I know exactly how that feels.
Like I haven't done something. Like something's missing. Like I gotta get something done.
Something.
And that's how it's gotta feel. Yeah. Once you get to that point, that means that you subconsciously are already starting to ingrain that habit into your person, right? But it all starts with what? Getting that clarity onto where you want to be. Where do you want to be? Do you want to, if you're a student and you want to get to a point to where you want to master whatever subject you want to master, right? Well then, start with the first book. Start with you probably have the whole 4 or 5 year course or whatever it is, right? You're not going to think about the whole 4 or 5 year course. You're going to start with that one book, and you're going to start with those first 5 pages, and that's it. and you know, okay, I want to get at the end of the day, I want to be the best psychologist that has ever existed on the face of this earth,
Yeah.
right? So then you start with the first book, you start with the first 5 pages, right? You do that, and a neat little trick for especially for reading is give yourself a limit, right? Don't even if you're enjoying it, even if you're like, oh, this is great, even this is amazing, cut yourself off. Like even though you want to continue, cut yourself off because
Hmm.
now that eagerness is going to grow. You're going to want
Mm.
more. Next time you're going to be hungry for it. It's like Les
Hmm.
Brown says, you got to be hungry.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Dogs gotta eat.
Exactly. So you got to be hungry for it, right? So stop yourself at a point where you're eager. It's like the telenovelas and you know soap operas.
They tease you.
They
They
tease you.
tease you. They
They
get you
tease you.
good, and then they want you to come back for more.
And you got to come back.
But guess what? You gotta wait another week because
Another week.
and you know, and that's something I noticed with when episodes come or like shows come out.
Shows.
For example, for me, Squid Games was what comes to mind because they did that.
Mhm.
They season 1 came out and then season 2 came out. But season 2 had 2 halves. So the first half came out in like December of last year, and then they made you wait another like 6-7 months for the second half of the just season 2. And then of course it ended, I think it ended. I don't know if they're talking about season 3 coming. But point is they just made me want it more. Like I'm waiting. So now I can see why that makes sense.
Game of Thrones, it was the same thing. Everything that's you know, go back and see it and over thing is always going to do that. It's called the cliffhanger.
The cliffhanger.
It's the
That
cliffhanger.
yeah.
Because it's that thing to get you re-engaged. You know, where you're like, what's
Get you
going
to
on?
come
Like, I
back.
gotta know what's going on, right?
Get you to
So
come
and with
back.
that's it. No, just kidding. That was bad.
That would have been good.
It would have been a cliffhanger. You guys gotta wait tune in for next week.
I'm gonna leave you on the cliffhanger because I want to pour some more water up. Can you pass me the water?
Sure.
So this is the time where
Thirsty boy.
yeah. This is the time where when you know eventually once we make it bigger out there, how do you feel about like ads on our thing? I kind of don't like ads as it is, so I wouldn't want our guests to have our listeners to have ads. But I don't know.
I think it has to be relative. It has to be relative, right? If it's going to improve and somehow
Thank you.
you're welcome. Somehow going to do something better for people. Yeah, sure,
Sure.
of course. Why not? Right? It has to be. There has to be an alignment. Ultimately, there has to be an alignment.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's when we go up to the table and we talk to those brands. Let's be clear about something here. This is what I want to talk about. If you want to add on my show, this is gonna be about this. I don't want to know DraftKings. No, learn how to gamble or whatever. No offense to DraftKings, but no, you're right. Like relevancy, I think eventually I want to everything that's healthy for the body, for the mind. I would love to advertise
exactly.
that.
So you know, and that's kind of what it becomes to, right? The clarity that we have about this pod is we wanted to do good for the people that are listening. So
Yeah.
for every single one of you, we wanted to do something for you, right? We don't want you to just sit back and listen to another pod. No, we want you to actually take action with this stuff. Do something, right? We want to make it as easy as just read 1 page, read 5 pages, read 10 pages, whatever it is for you, right? Wherever you are, wherever you stand, wherever your life is at this moment in time, start there, right?
Yeah.
But do something. Don't just wait for, hey, I got to get to the next one, and I got to get to the next one, I got to get to the next one, so I can start doing stuff. No, it's each one of these episodes. The goal is for you to be able to do something with each one of them, so each one of them can stack and build on each other for you.
You got to start small.
And you just gotta, ultimately just that. Start small, stay consistent.
Start small, stay consistent. Ooh, double S.
That's right.
Start small,
That's right.
stay consistent.
That's right. So,
Fire.
So, and that's what I'm saying. It's ultimately that. It's where are you at now? Take an analysis of your life, right? Yeah. It's nobody's told you take an analysis of your life. Sit there for an hour and completely distraction free. This means and put the one thing that you enjoy. If you enjoy music, fine. Put the best music you like. Put those jams to get you going, to get you in the right space, to get you in the right energy.
Again,
But put your phone on do not disturb.
something that's going to help you.
Right. Put your phone on do not disturb. Maybe take it off so nobody can call you, whatever. But you got to give yourself that time because you're dedicating 1 hour for your own future. right? This is one simple
Man,
hour, two
deep.
simple hours
That's deep.
that's going to change and revolutionize your future and how you look at things and how you do things, because it's going to set you up for a very different path, right? It's those small incrementals, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. In golf, if you hit the ball just slightly off on an angle, it will go in a completely different direction,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
So
You can hit it square and it will go where you want it to go. You can hit 1 inch, one tiny little inch off, change the
only a little
whole
millimeter, right?
to a millimeter, like Atomic Habits. You talking
Mhm.
about if you fly a plane
Mm-hmm. The plane.
at this certain angle, degree, or whatever, and if you don't course correct or whatever, like it's not gonna go where it's supposed to go. It will end
Mhm.
up somewhere else. And if you just change it by a couple of like degrees of like if it's flying this way and you change it just a bit, it's gonna end up somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just starting small and staying consistent.
Starting small and staying consistent. Consistency will beat anything. If water, yeah, sure. If I toss that water in your face right now, it ain't gonna do anything to you. But if
I'm gonna do something to you.
yeah, exactly. That's the
I'm
different
gonna
one.
power drive you through this table right now. I'm sorry, I've been watching a lot of
You're-
WWE. I'm gonna get you, suplex you through the table. 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna do that one, like the one where she jumped all over her face like that. That's the one I'm gonna do to you.
No, for real.
But but if you take in torture, like they do the drop on your forehead, right?
Dude, I know.
So it's just a simple drop of water, but it's enough to really devastate somebody, right? So or water just dropping into a foundation of a house, it'll destroy the foundation of a house. If anybody that knows about construction, if you let water get into the foundation and it begins to stay
Weaken.
wet and stuff like that, it weakens the foundation.
Yeah.
Right. So it's slow, it's progressive, it's consistent, but it has big effects at the end.
Oh, what's that word? I always insidious.
It's insidious.
That's the word, right? When it's something.
It's got a dark connotation, yeah.
It does.
Mhm.
It does. But it's something that's.
But you like that word.
I mean,
Something about it, you just
it's just something.
gravitates
It's
towards.
inside and it slowly grows, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking negatively.
No, I know you weren't, but I think ever since you first heard the word, you liked it.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
like just the sound
You
of
just put me on to word. I like words, man. I need to get better with my words. I need a dictionary. That's what I need. I want a dictionary.
it. And
Just-
as you read, you're gonna get more words.
True,
Right?
true.
Look up the words as
no,
you read.
sometimes
Look up the words.
when I'm reading and I write down what the word, and then I search it up what it means, and then I write the definition down, and then it's just like I'm telling you, this logbook, it's a dictionary.
And let's talk about that logbook, right? Because it's very applicable to what we're talking about today, right? The clarity and the goals and the setting smart goals and writing it down. So speak on that logbook when you first started it, what you were thinking, and kind of what it's done for you, and
Yeah.
where you're at
Okay.
with it.
So I'm currently at 2 logbooks right now. I'm on my second one. Like the fact that I'm even saying that is already mind blowing because that means I finished that first book from front to back with ideas, just thoughts and notes and questions and feelings and emotions and everything. But what it's done for me, it's kind of like I'm talking to myself.
Mm-hmm. So for those of you that don't know Nate, right? Nate is probably the weedy king. The man loves to weedy. So that logbook, the reason he has 2 is because he weedies with himself all day long.
I am the weedy king. Ask about me. You want to have a convo? We got a podcast studio right here. Tell them that one episode in the vault that we have that's like 3 hours long.
Oh yeah, that's one of the very few first ones. I think we have a few that are pretty long.
Well, it's because
and he wanted more.
Well, I'm the weedy king. This guy's the weedy like highness or something. Like what's beneath the king? Peasant. He's the weedy peasant. No. He's like
the peasants. I don't think the peasants speak to the king.
No, they don't. But in this case, I allow it. No.
Sure.
What I'm saying is like I may be like 1. He's number 2 then, if that's the case, because he loves to talk too.
I actually don't like to talk at all. But here we are.
I beg to differ. Back to this damn logbook. It's just so powerful, man. I used to be against it. I used to be against reading and writing, and I'm like, so boring. I used to be so, but it takes work to open that thing up and write. It's not a lot of work, but it takes some sort of work. And but the reward is amazing, astounding. I open that thing up. I write what's on my mind. I write the things that I need to write down. And guess what? I can open that thing back up and revisit those. I can study them more. I can if I'm off track and I'm like, let me just open this back up and let me get right again. It's just the book that keeps me on my toes. I don't know. I think you're the one who told me some guy had his like suit custom made so he can fit his book in there. Was it you? You might have told me. He fit his logbook in there.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, like it's that extreme where like I believe you need that. You need you need to carry that with you at all times because it's just ideas, especially for someone like me who kind of doesn't trust my memory that much. Like I have great memory, but sometimes when a special important idea comes by,
you're having a little wardrobe malfunction there. If you want to fix your little wardrobe malfunction.
What? Wardrobe?
Yeah. You're doing a little Janet Jackson.
Appreciate you. My bad. It's just.
Go, you're ready to flow. I love that I interrupted that.
No, you're good. Now I'm a suplex you in the table.
I just needed to.
It's just a lifesaver, that book. It's just something you need to carry along with you at all times because you have an idea, write it down. You have a thought, write it down. You have something you need to write down, write it down. So it's very powerful for me. I enjoy that book.
And you know, and the first time that I kind of saw that and I made a connection was when I was watching 8 Mile. Because in 8 Mile, there's a scene where Eminem is kind of thinking of this song, and he's just like writing notes, and I think he's in the train or in the bus, and he's just kind of writing stuff down, and you can see that he's got other stuff there, right? And it's anybody who's a creative, right? You're just, I mean, you're when you're there focused in what you're doing, you're there and focused, and obviously you're working on it. But sometimes when you're just not doing anything, you're in the shower or you're having a meal or just staring out into the world and not really thinking of it. Ideas just pop, right?
Yeah.
They just pop in. So you should be able to write it down. So having that little notebook, that little logbook, that little journal is critical for those kind of moments, right? Or when you're sleeping and then you all of a sudden have an idea, right? Have something around where you can write all your notes. Keep it all together in one area so you can always access that. Because the going back and seeing is like, oh wow, 3 months ago I set or 6 months ago I set a goal that I was gonna have a pod, or a year ago I set an idea that I was gonna have a pod.
That thing blows my mind
right?
to this day.
And that here was gonna be the name, and that just kind of happened and it morphed into that. Here's my fitness goal, and I've blown past that. And what I thought was gonna be a year, but it ended up happening in 3 months, 4 months, right? So. Once you begin to see that, it's like having a checklist and checking things off.
It's just a checklist.
And the thing with that is it just reminds you of where you were then and what you thought was possible then and what is possible to you today.
It's like that checklist, and you write the goals, the steps, the things. It just becomes clear at this point. That book is just it's a pair of glasses. And when you put those glasses on, everything becomes clear. 4K to be exact. It's just what needs to get done. You know what's in front of you. You know the road ahead. Put that gas in the car, buckle that seatbelt, and let's go. Vamonos.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the power of that book, man. That not only books to read, but just books that you write. You write your own book. You create your own book. I think and still like an artist, it's like write the book you want to read, right? Write that book down. So when people open my book eventually, when I'm long gone and people open my book, they're gonna be like, damn, like what was in this kid's mind? I mean, I look at Heath Ledger.
See a book about this thick. Weedy.
I look at Heath Ledger. They just posted some pictures about his journal, and I'm like, damn, like that's. It's everyone has their own thoughts and their own mind, and just it's beautiful. I mean, journaling is kind of personal, I guess, but I would love to host like one day where we're like at a beautiful setting and just people just from all over bringing their logbooks and just writing, sharing ideas, or just being in an environment of just writing. That would be kind of neat,
cool. Right,
So I think
we set up an environment where it's everybody's pushing towards a single. It goes back to the environment, right? It's you're getting everybody who's looking for progress forward or progress in any direction that is beneficial to them. Because again, success is very subjective, right? What you think is success might mean $1 billion, 10 houses, 3 different companies, right? That might be what success means to you.
right.
To someone else, it might be just having and being with their family
Yeah.
and not having to worry about another bill or payment or anything like that.
Yeah.
To somebody else, it might just be, hey, I want to have my own little shop, and I want to be able to cook, and I want to be able to enjoy my craft. Right? It's a goal set. Success is subjective to every single person. Right? It doesn't necessarily have to be the big jet. So from that point and from that aspect, that's where you got to get that clarity. It's like, okay, here's where I want to be. Here's the ultimate version of myself, right? That ultimate version of myself is fit. That ultimate version of myself has freedom, right? Doesn't have to be a billionaire. He's just free. He's able to do whatever he wants to do. He's able to travel the world whenever wants to travel the world. He's able to try all the foods he wants to try whenever he wants to try them, right? Whatever that is for you, set that up, right? That and gain the clarity of that. Okay, that's where I want to go. Here are the things that are keeping me from getting into that, right? Well, I go to sleep at 3 in the morning and wake up until 1 p.m. the next day. So
Johnny.
they're calling you out, bro.
I'm calling you out, bro, because I love you, but I'm proud of you, of course.
And
again.
that's another thing, right? You have to have that group, that environment, the people. You have to be comfortable with them calling you out and giving you feedback. Sometimes it ain't gonna be pretty. Sometimes it's gonna hurt. Sometimes it's gonna be painful, but it's necessary. And if you understand that they're coming from the right place and that they're coming from a place where it's from love,
pure,
right? Because they want the best for you, you're gonna understand that there's things that sometimes you don't want to recognize. You know they're there, but you don't want to recognize because they're not pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
So
and it hurts and it stings, but those are the stings that just kind of, get you stronger, wiser, smarter. But you don't want to go through that 2 seconds of pain.
Correct.
But I'd rather go through 2 seconds of pain for life, like freedom, than my whole life I'm in pain.
Right.
For what, 10 seconds of freedom? No. No. That's not the life I want to live. And I was living that life. I was definitely living that life. I was having fun right now, and not thinking about my future.
And that's another way to make yourself feel successful about the things that you're doing, right? Reward yourself. Right?
Absolutely.
Reward yourself. So if you accomplish something, reward yourself with whatever makes you feel good, right? Whether that's food, whether that's going out with, and partying or going out to a concert.
We're not saying don't do that.
Correct. It's all that stuff. It's whatever keeps you going, whatever fuels you up, is what you should keep doing. Right, so you should scheduling things that are going to charge you up, right? Walks in the park, going to smell the roses, going to the beach, and all these things. Going for a bike ride, going hiking, like all these things are necessary, right? We humans need all these things. So set yourself goals that are going to get you to where you know that whenever you're doing something, you've earned it. And it feels so much better to know that you've earned something and you're doing it because you've earned it than just because.
Yeah, that earning feeling, I'm sure it is amazing. I've earned some things and I'm like, oh, man, it feels so good. You put in the time, you put in the work, you put in the effort.
Yeah, you've earned an ass whooping after watching all that wrestling. That's what you've earned right now. Wait till we're done with this.
Going back to that thing, I think I do want to I want to make that happen.
What?
That event hosted by the U Experience.
Oh yeah,
by Vic and Nate. We'll pick a park, like a nice park where it's just beautiful. And
I got a place.
People are invited to bring that logbook, bring yourself, and just you can interact, grow with others,
grow with each other. People that have the same visions and align in the thought process.
I think it would be beautiful. And guess what's gonna get me there? Guess what's gonna make that happen? Clarity. That means I gotta go back into the drawing board, and I say, okay, this is the goal. I want to make this happen. How can I get there? What's stopping me from getting there? By when can I get there? Who? I'm just being clear on every single subject, on every single question mark. I got to be clear. And guess what? It will happen.
Yeah,
It will
that's a
absolutely
great way
happen.
to put it. Be clear on every single question mark.
You have a form out and you have question marks. Well, be clear on every single question mark. So you're not questioning the answer.
When you get out of that session, you're going to know precisely what the next step is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that'd be a great time.
Right? You don't have to think about, well, what am I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? No, you're going to know, because it's time where you're around everybody that's thinking the same way. That energy is flowing. That ethereal power is in that area being generated. Right?
Yeah.
It's in a scenario where it's calm, cool.
We just
Nice.
these 3 episodes alone, that will be there at this event. Focus will be there, the
Mhm.
environment will be there, and clarity will be there.
Mhm.
You know?
And
What's up?
then the next one that's coming up, it will add to that.
It will add. Everything's gonna add up. It's a compound. Like we
Right.
said, like we just talked about in the beginning. All of those things are just boxes to get you to that next level. It's building that empire that you want. It's building that structure where it's just massive. But a massive structure don't happen just like that. It starts with a block. Starts with one simple block.
Well, it starts with the first shoveling of the dirt.
Starts with shoveling. Before even all that, it
Right.
starts with shoveling.
Mm-hmm.
So there's pre-work before the pre-work. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? So you just gotta get to work.
Right.
I don't know what I did there, but
Mm.
it's just like there's there's
Over here
pre.
trying to spit flows or what?
I can't. I'm
Listen,
not like
You
you.
don't have bars.
I'm not like you,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
So there's work before the work, and just get it done. Stop taking the easy route, because I was taking the easy route for a long time. It's not gonna get you anywhere, but
Right.
the easy win, and that's not. It's something you don't want to be proud of. You wanna go the hard route, the challenges, and overcome those, and then win. And I promise you, it's gonna feel 100 times better.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Right.
that's just what I got to say. I got no more water. You know, yeah, I'll take some more before we start closing up shop here. Shout out Saratoga as well for sending this one in. Appreciate it.
So and going back to and just kind of recapping on everything, right? Get clarity. Get clarity on what you want to do. Get clarity on what it looks like to you. What is that end zone? What is that final version of you look like? What is that life that you want to lead look like? And then and then from there you can reverse engineer what you need to do there and set those goals. Right? Is I want to live in this house. I want to drive this car. I want my wife to be like this. I want my kids to be like this, or my husband to be like this, and my kids to be like this, right? I want my job or my business to be like this. I want to serve
Clarity,
this kind of
baby.
people. I want to serve
Clarity.
this kind of people, right? And
Clarity.
this is kind of who I want to be surrounded by. This is how I
Clarity.
want my friends to be like.
Clarity.
Clarity. Yeah.
Clarity.
Exactly.
You should. I wish you would kept going, because every time after I was going
Just
clarity,
Clarity. Just hitting it.
clarity.
Yeah. We're
So
about to start a melody on there.
for real,
Yeah.
But
we'll
for
bring
me, I'm-
Emerson up in here and just start
cooking up.
Cooking up.
I kind of want to make an album.
Mm.
I want to work on an album and just make fire beats.
Okay, well,
So-
you know what you got to do to make that album.
I know I gotta do. Well, cheers, Vic.
Exactly. So
I'm gonna cheer you up for this one. For me, I'm all done.
don't forget the SMART framework, right? Specific. Set your goal. Make it specific. Make it measurable. Make it
Make it
achievable.
specific.
Make it relevant to you, and then make it time bound. Right? You
Mhm.
want to have those 5 things. If you can make a goal like that, and you start off with the tiny little things, day in, day out, stay persistent, stay consistent, you will get there. You will get there.
Trust me.
It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of
when. Without that, man, thank you for listening to the You Experience podcast again. We appreciate you every week. Thank you for coming back. It's just a blessing. I just being here, get to do this every week I'm truly blessed. So we appreciate you listening in. Vic, I'm done. Cheers again,
Cheers
man.
again. Yes, and if you found this to be helpful, if you found this to be
Like it
good,
was a shot.
if you found this to be helpful, if you found this to be good, and you think somebody can benefit from it,
Of course.
share with them. Feel free.
Absolutely.
This is our 3rd one that we're officially out. And if you feel that you got a little something, then share it with somebody. Maybe it changes their life, and maybe they can change somebody else's life, or they can share with somebody where they do something impactful with that, right? And ultimately, that's the thing. It's the candle lighting other candles to bring more light.
To light up the world, baby.
And remember, with that, cut out the noise and be good. And remember,
Be clear.
We'll see you here next
Next
week.
week. Appreciate y'all. I'm
in the
out.
same place. Be good, everyone.